Good morning, sir. Would you please introduce yourself and tell us a little about yourself?
My name's Rudy. I'm Edmonton, Alberta. I work in the aviation industry, repair and overhaul of aircraft. I'm 57 years old. I'm single. Only child in the family. That's about it. I don't know what else I can tell you.
So, why did you choose Ukraine of all places?
Uh, I was in the Canadian military. I spent 4 years in Germany with NATO as part of the Canadian contingent. And I enjoyed Europe so much. I saw most of Western Europe when I was in the military in Germany. And I've never seen this part of Europe. And I thought this would be a good opportunity to see this part of Europe, the Ukraine, because there's so much history here. And I love history. So
What's your impression of Odessa so far?
honestly, beautiful city, beautiful architecture, and very beautiful and charming women.
Are you here to have fun or look for a serious relationship?
Since it was all new to me, the first trip was a tour trip because I did not know how things worked. So it was the best way for me to do it. It was like a learning experience. It was both fun to see the city, see something I'd never seen before, and serious to also try and find what I'm looking for.
How was your first date?
Amazing. Amazing. What can I say? It was amazing. It's I don't go on a lot of dates back home, but it's one of those things where the first date you wish it could have lasted forever. It was just it was so easygoing, and it was so nice to be in such enjoyable, charming company.
How was the social for you?
And social was good. It depends what you go to the social for, what you want to take away from it. It was good. It was an experience. I went because I wanted experience. It was a good experience, and I met some very, very nice ladies, and basically it was a good time, a very relaxing and enjoyable time.
What do you think of the hotel, its location, and its staff?
The location is perfect because, from what I understand, what seem to see, it seems like very localized. You're very close to everything. It's not a major walk. You really don't need to drive anywhere. You can walk everything you need. You can walk, not a problem. And plus, it's good exercise, and there's so much to see, so you don't mind walking. The staff, amazing, amazing staff. One of the best staff I've ever seen. Polite, efficient, very helpful. Can I tell you a story about your staff? Your staff is so good. There's a gentleman here who works here. I was to meet a lady, and she had picked a restaurant to meet in, and I went where the directions told me to go, and I could not find it. A gentleman from the staff here took me personally, walked me right to the door. He didn't have to, but he did. I mean, who else would do that? You know, I
Sounds
thought,
like a good service.
very good, sir. Who else would do that? You know,
What do you think of the transportation in the city?
I haven't had much dealings with transportation. It's mostly cab fare, like taking cabs, but it's good. You know, it's not a major wait. You get to where you're going. But I learned one thing: I wouldn't drive in this city. I let the people who live in this city drive. There's no way I would drive in this city. I would rather walk.
Have you already met someone special yet?
That is the problem. You meet too many ladies that are special. It's just it's the hard part.
Would you say that you would recommend Anastasia Day to other gentlemen, your friends in particular?
The friends who are in the same situation I'm in,
Yes.
yes, I would. Yes, I would. I mean, don't. I should have, me personally, I should have done this 10 years ago. I was just too busy, in the West, searching in the West, and it just popped in one day like, okay, I haven't had much luck here. I really haven't found what I'm looking for, and not a good match. And why don't we try somewhere else? Why am I just zeroing in on the West? You know what? And it just like, okay, what do I have to pick and choose from? And I found Anastasia on the internet, and I just started my curiosity, kind of poked my curiosity, and well, it must work because here I am. So all good.
Are there any comments on how we might improve the tour?
Oh, you could improve the tour. The only thing I noticed that could be improved on is the socials. The socials, they're good, but let's say you have a 27-year-old man and a 47-year-old man. They are looking for different age groups. At the social, it is all age groups. Maybe you should break them up And like from a certain age to a certain age, one group, and the men who are looking for this age group, this is the social you go to. The other, a certain age, more mature women. Some men, this is what they're looking for because their age, they're looking for a more mature woman. So break them up, then you're guaranteed to basically meet women that are in your parameters. Because the social, I've met some very, very nice ladies, but unfortunately, I could be old enough to be their father. So thank you, but no thank you. You're very nice. You're very sweet. I would love you as a daughter, but not as a wife.
Speaking of age, does it really matter that much to you?
It bothered me because I don't know. The impression I got from the West is 10 years plus or minus in age is accepted, and anything over that is kind of looked on or looked down upon. It just doesn't look right. Here, it doesn't seem to be an issue because I usually sit out here and relax and just watch couples go by, and I've always noticed that the male, the husband, is older. And I've talked to women about this, and my concern is, am I too old for you? And they say, no, you're fine, you're perfect. And they say, stop dwelling on it, and it's not an issue here. And obviously it's not an issue. I mean, another experience, a lady I was talking to, she's 38 years old, and I just turned 57. And I said, you're very nice, but I think I'm a little too old for you. And she says, well, and she told me she got quite upset about this. And she said, I'll tell you what, why don't we have a chat, a conversation, and we'll see who's mature and who isn't. And that got my attention.
Romantic evening.
Anything. It's the old Adam, it isn't what you're doing, it's who you're with. You could sit here, what I've learned from here, romantic evening, dinner, maybe a movie, whatever the lady like to do, the lady's choice. I have found one of the nicest, you could have a perfect evening just sitting on a park and talking, sitting on a park bench. A beautiful surrounding, a beautiful company, the life of the city itself, it kind of rejuvenates you. A perfect evening. It doesn't matter whether you're in a fancy restaurant, going to a movie, or just sitting on a park bench. It's all good.
I have a few fun questions for you. Who or what would you like to be in your next reincarnation?
Who or what? Oh, let's see. Somebody famous? No. That's a tough question. Somebody who's done good. Somebody who's helped advance us, maybe medically, intellectually. I would say music, because we may all speak music-wise. I don't know who I'd be. Maybe a great composer, because I find that what really makes us all one as a species, we all have music. Music ties us all together. Every culture has music. It may be different, but we all seem to have our own music, and we all seem to love music. I think musicians are like ambassadors of the world,
Speaking of music, what kind of music makes you go crazy?
I'm an old timer. I'm an old lion. I grew up, late 60s, early 70s, so that's my generation. So, the new stuff, a little too new for me. Because I like the older stuff, because every time I hear a song, it brings back memories. So, that's cool.
Rudy, do you cook?
Yes, I do.
What's your favorite dish to cook?
Pasta Italiano. Yummy, but don't eat too much of it.
What's your favorite ethnic food?
Ukrainian. Yeah, I'll tell you a little secret. Since I came here, I don't think I've ever eaten so good. It's true. I've heard people say, and it is true, that Ukrainian food is the best kept secret in Europe. It's amazing. When I go home, I'll never look at food the same way again.
Try to imagine a world without cars at all. What vehicle would you own instead?
Here? Or anywhere?
Anywhere in the world.
Something efficient and non-polluting. Horses are good, but unfortunately it takes forever to get anywhere, so.
All right. And finally, last question. Do you believe in miracles, Rudy?
Yes, I do. The day you're born, the minute you're born or created, it's a miracle. My mother calls me a miracle. I'm 57 years old. I'm still a little boy, but I'm still a miracle. I think every mother thinks that. Every child that is given birth to is a miracle in itself. Creation of life.
That's a great answer. Thank you very much, Rudy.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Yeah, sure, sir. Enjoy your day, sir. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a slice.
Yeah.